Hello and welcome from Glenwood Lutheran Church. My name is Pastor Mark Manning. We're joined together in this weekly devotional on a very cold morning in January. This morning was about 17 degrees below zero. And because my office is very cold with two outside walls and 5 windows, I'm going to do this from the office inside the church, which is much warmer. So we gather here, and I want you to be aware that this coming Saturday, January 25th, is a feast within even the Lutheran Church. It's the feast of the conversion of St. Paul. The feast of the conversion of St. Paul. It's observed or noted at least by Roman Catholics, Episcopalians, and Lutherans. And of course, it commemorates the conversion of St. Paul, who was a student, a Pharisee, and student of the Rabbi Gamaliel. And many of you, of course, are familiar with the story of the conversion of St. Paul. He's a persecutor of the early followers of Jesus Christ. And after Jesus is gone, he engages in the persecution of Christian groups, and he has the power legally, religiously, to go and encumber them. And we're not sure exactly what that means physically. Maybe it only means that they were cast out of synagogue and temple worship. It's hard to know exactly what that meant. But he had this power, and he was headed to the city of Damascus, and on the way, he encountered Jesus, the risen Jesus, the ascended Jesus, who was with the God the Father, somehow appeared before him, struck him blind. He was blind for 3 days. He sought out and then ended up in Damascus and was cared for until he received his sight. He was cared for, and he was converted to the cause of Jesus Christ. His name was changed from Saul to Paul, and he is then widely regarded after that as a 13th apostle as such. Apostle because he has encountered Jesus, an apostle, though, to the Gentiles, his special mission. And now you might be wondering, well, why January 25th? And the story behind that is is a tradition. And the tradition is that on January 25th, his bones, which were held in the catacombs of Rome, down underneath in the catacombs of Rome, were then taken from that particular niche where they were put, and then they were moved. It was a pilgrimage parade from there down the Via Appia to the new church where they would be left. And the name of this church is not St. Paul's Cathedral, it's St. Paul's outside the walls. This church is outside of the walls of Vatican City. And to this day, the church stands. And so we celebrate this Sunday, or rather this Saturday, conversion. And even Paul himself in his writings reflects on this and saying, the very least of us, the very worst of us, has hope in Jesus Christ. Nobody is beyond the reach and the love and the calling of God through Jesus Christ. Least of all, he would say, least of all him. Well, God bless you as we prepare and think and consider the conversion of St. Paul on January 25th.